Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special edition election night show here. It took us a little while longer to get on here. I'm trying to eat a little bit and try to calm down. Uh, it's been a rough one here. I mean, I went and stood out at the clerk's office to get the results of Morgan County when they come in, and we have won. I have taken the school board election, and tonight for District 4, and come January, I will be the next representative sitting on the school board for Morgan County District 4. And I just wanted to say I appreciate everybody in District 4 who voted for me. I couldn't have done it without you. And like I said, promises made, promises will be kept. Once I get there in January, be fighting for each of you, be fighting for the kids, and change is coming. So, like I said, can't do anything. I'm gonna make it clear. Can't do anything till January because that's when I'll be sworn in. But I will be at the school board meetings. I will be at the meetings. Um, this month and next month I will be there, obviously. But I won't be able to do anything until January. But like I said, thank everybody. I do appreciate. I got sweat pouring off of me, as you can see. My clothes is falling off of me. So if you see me get up tonight, I'm still a little bit nervous, still a little excited. Me and Matthew sitting here eating pretzels and sugar-free pop. So the celebration is on. All kinds of sugared pop. So Morgan County is wet, but this is what me and Matthew drink. It ain't gonna do me no good. Because Morgan County is wet. That did happen, but like I said, I'll maybe go live tomorrow or something over on the election page and talk with you guys a little bit about what's to come. I'm supposed to be getting a call tomorrow from the board office to know the next steps and being prepared. So I'll fill everybody in with that. But let's introduce Matthew. Let's get Matthew in here. Like I said, it's a special election night, and as of right now, which I'll bring it up here shortly, we're gonna have. We're going to bring up the United States map in a minute, and you'll be able to see through how the presidential stuff's going. You will hear this noise at times tonight. So when you hear that, that means another state has declared either way it went, and we'll go over to the map and see how things are going. But right now, I'm gonna kick it over to Matthew because I'm gonna get a drink of pop.
Oh, well, let me first say, Mike, congratulations. The people have spoken.
So we're gonna have steaks one day this week.
We'll have steak and eggs. And
oh my God,
we'll have steak and eggs.
Well, Lord, just go get that little grill thing right now. Let's just eat right now.
But no, I'm very happy that that the people have spoken in your district, and they believe that you have the best interests for the children in the school system. Hopefully, you can be a voice of change. You can get on there and also be a voice of reason at times. You know, there's issues that come before the school boards that sometimes policies are passed that sometimes don't always benefit the majority, and you got to look out for all kids. And like I said, very happy for you, but I'm also very excited about what the nation is going to do, and that is that map's going to turn red, completely red. Why? Because once again, things are coming in bit by bit. Right now, Donald Trump nationally is getting about 26% of the African American vote around the country. I think on one of your programs I told you I thought Donald Trump would get close to 40%. And people thought that was crazy. But he resonates with a lot of the people, especially small business owners, African American business owners. They've been hard hit. We talked about businesses in this country, hard hit during COVID, hard hit during the last 4 years, a lot not being able to open their doors back up. So a lot of those people have decided that instead of voting traditionally with the Democrats tonight, they're going to vote Republican. Right now, Donald Trump is receiving about 11% of independent votes. Joe Biden in the 2020 election got 9%, which means independents resonate with Donald Trump simply because of RFK Jr. A vote for Trump is a vote for RFK, because RFK Jr. will be a member of his administration. Some things came out this week, Mike, that he would uh, try to revitalize, reorganize some of these what we would call federal agencies like the CIA, FBI, USDA, FDA, CDC. They're going to undergo drastic changes, and they're going to make America healthy again. Because when you look at kids,
Look at
and
me right now.
and I don't mean this being mean, right now about 55% of most Americans are overweight and out of shape, and about
I'm
seven,
one of them.
and I'm one of them too. I'm not
I'm
going to
one
sit here
of
and
them.
tell you I'm not, but let me add to that: 70% of people that are eligible to be participants in the military can't get in because they can't pass the physical. So we're going to make America healthy again. We're going to make America prosperous again. We're going to make America economically boom.
Are you? You said you wasn't healthy.
We're going
So
to make America boom. And as you can tell, the map is gradually filling in with red. I think a lot of the swing states, Donald Trump is right now got a significant lead in Georgia. If he pulls Georgia and he pulls Pennsylvania, Donald Trump will probably be your next president of the United States.
yeah, and you mentioned there in the beginning of that about being the representative and stuff for this school board, and I forgot to say that for the people that helped elect me tonight. Um, if I don't do what I told everybody I was going to, then I'm going to get a swift kick in the butt because
Well,
but I mean seriously,
well, I
we
know.
know there's changes that need to be made over there, and like I said, when January rolls around, I'm gonna be right there fighting for everybody. I'll be able to answer as many questions as possible. I'll stand up if you got questions, something's going on with your children, something like that.
I want to add right here, Mike. I want to add a quick update. Um, some of the information I've given and some of the sources I have, Georgia is about to be called for Donald Trump. Kamala is down 120,000 votes in Fulton County, Georgia, compared to where Joe Biden was in 2020. She's not even winning the popular Democratic counties in Georgia, which tells you that Americans are fed up with what has happened over the last 4 years. The economy was a big issue, immigration was a big issue. Safety and security of our borders is important. Being able to lay your head down at night, knowing that your kids are safe and secure, that communities are safe and secure. We go back to the little community up in Ohio. What was the Ohio community where?
the East Palestine.
Yeah, you've got different communities that have been hit hard by immigration. Sanctuary cities during the Biden administration wanted to simply move away from being sanctuary cities because they were overrun with immigration problems. And we're not against immigration. We just want to make sure that we do it legally and rightfully, and that every vote in this country is counted that is a legal, legitimate, registered voter. We do not want a voting system that is full of negativity.
Right.
I mean, and you're going to look at me and say, well, voting integrity is something that shouldn't be questioned. I'm telling you, there are issues all over the United States. There were issues in the state of Kentucky this past week, Laurel County, Kentucky, where a voting machine glitched and a person pushed Trump 6 times, and on the 7th time, it turned to an automatic vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Those issues are going on all over the United States, and that in itself brings up the issue of election integrity. Is there election interference? So, we just want a fair election. That's it. Every vote that's supposed to be counted is counted, and then whoever wins, what?
They will.
Win.
That's how I feel. And, I want to say thank you to Daniel Ferguson and thank you to Kyle Sexton, who have said congratulations. I appreciate you guys. And Kyle also said, is Matthew all right? He kind of looks like he did eating the hot wings.
Who said that?
Kyle Sexton. Are you breaking us? I mean, I'm literally sitting here with sweat pouring off of me. But like I said, I won't lie. Earlier today, I had 2 different speeches.
Uh,
I had a welcome, I had a congratulations, like a winning speech, and then I had a speech if I had lost tonight. So, I kind of come on, I was all excited. We was about 30 minutes late getting on. I'm down at Double Quick taking pictures with people, ripping my shirt off like Hulk Hogan, which
let me add something
like Hulk
else, Mike,
Hogan, but
that people may
yeah.
be interested in. As of 7:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Republicans have a 66% chance of gaining control of the House of Representatives. 66% chance. So I'm
You
telling
got a
you,
question?
you're going to see,
I'm
you're,
raising the roof.
you're going to see Republicans in the House. You're going to see a Republican president. And right now in the Senate, it's 50-50, and very well one or two switch parties. What happens, Mike? You've got a Republican majority across the board. Policies will be passed to ensure that Americans are living prosperous. A vote for Donald Trump means elimination of enormous amount of taxes because tariffs are going to pay for all of the majority of things in this country, and rightfully so. We fitted the bill for hundreds of years for other countries. It's time for them to start paying their part and Americans to prosper. And I promise you, a vote for Trump means you're going to have $11,000 to $15,000 more money in your pocket every year, which means you're going to be able to afford groceries again, Mike.
Kansas was turning red, and now it's turning blue. So it's flipping back and forth.
My reports are telling me Carolina is about to be called for Donald Trump.
Which one?
North Carolina.
North
It's
Carolina.
blue right now.
It's blue right now, but
I'm telling
it's
you.
getting close. It's getting
I-
close.
My- a bunch-
Priscilla, thank you so much. Jessica, I talked to your son at Double Quick a minute ago. Text Deborah real quick because I'm on the air. But thank you so much. And Larry, I don't know if Larry's talking about me or somebody on the television, but you never know with Larry. He might be half asleep. But he said watching a winner. Like I said, guys, I'm ecstatic. I mean, if we wouldn't already had this plan, me and Matthew might have went out for a drink.
Here we go, baby.
We're gonna do it anyway. I mean, like I said, Morgan County's wet. The cannabis passed Morgan County. Amendment 1 went through Morgan County.
The cannabis
Amendment 2
issue
didn't, but now Amendments 1 and 2 are statewide. So I mean, Morgan County, we had one pass, one didn't, but we'll see how that turns out. But,
the cannabis issue. The cannabis issues on the
thank
ballot.
you, Donna.
The cannabis issues on the ballot also in the state of Florida, and I did a lot of research into this and wanted to make sure that I made the right decision on this. And what I found is a lot of veterans, a lot of former military leaders suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome, and that cannabis itself can help alleviate some of the emotional effects of what we call shell shock or post-traumatic stress syndrome. So, from a medical point of view, if it can help to reduce seizures in children that suffer those seizures, it can serve practical purposes, not as a recreational use, but for medical practices to help people live happier, healthier, normal lives. Or, from that perspective, I'm surprised that a lot of people voted that way, but I see the practical purpose of why they did.
Still getting congratulations, guys.
And you will all night. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to stop.
Well deserved.
We're looking over here at the state of Pennsylvania. She now has a 73.1% lead in Pennsylvania, but with 7% reporting right now. Here, I'll pull it up here so you can see. But, Pennsylvania's got her, early on in that race.
It's early.
That's early. That's one of the big states right there. But now Georgia's a big grab too. For whichever one can pull that one. Like I said, the West Coast here, pretty much anywhere this area here, it's going to be 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock before those polls start closing out there. So, we'll get to that. I am absolutely roasting.
It is hot in here. But, I think a lot of people partook in the early voting, Mike. One thing that the Republicans
Shit, about to go outside.
the Republicans urged was to go out and vote early and vote in mass numbers. Make this thing so big that election interference can't do anything to alter it. And I think that's what's going to happen.
Look at here, boys. Big time, man. I'm on the news. I made it onto the news channel.
You are the man.
I am. You might be a billionaire, but I made it on the news.
But we'll see.
Oh man. Let's see here. Like I said, thank you, Donna, and thank you, Billy. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I don't know, it'd probably be the end of the week before I get over this because, like I said, I had two different speeches, how I was going to come on tonight, whichever way it was going to go. I didn't know how it would go. Didn't know if I'd be moping, didn't know if I'd be excited, didn't know if Matthew would run over me. Matthew was here before I was because I stayed at the clerk's office till everything come in to see how Morgan County went. Then we went to Double Quick and got stuck down here in this blacktop and like to never got through it. So actually, I pulled up next to the guy and asked him, I said, we're just going up the hill. Is it okay if we just go? Because, we was just sitting there.
Could Trump be declared the winner tonight?
Let's see, do we have anything new? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he could somehow pull Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, he's already won Florida. Texas would be a big get. If he can win some of those swing states tonight, I believe it, we can, California and stuff wouldn't even need to be needed at that point to pull it. But what do you think? You think there's a chance that he gets declared tonight?
Trump leads polls in all 7 swing states. All 7. And I don't care what the media reports. I'm telling you. He's leading because my sources know a little bit more than you think they do.
Well, we're going to listen to your sources. I said, we're listening to your sources. Deb, you got anything? Like, we're just waiting for something to happen. Has anybody got any questions? I mean, has anybody got anything they want us to talk about, Let's see here. Where are we at? Gene Cornett, congratulations. Thank you so much, Gene. And thank you, Patricia. What, Deb?
I'm just looking at North Carolina. I can't believe that. Really.
Don't believe that.
I mean, anybody's got any questions?
If you believe anything they tell you on TV, you've got a problem, and I'll tell you why. When Trump started this journey in 2015, the mainstream media had a 92% approval rating. 92, Mike. Now, 2024, the mainstream media has a 12% approval rating. This election will signify the collapse of the mainstream media. No one believes anything they say anymore. Why? Because they don't tell the truth. He called it what? Fake news. And that's exactly what they are. Give an example. A week ago, on ABC affiliate, they posted the results of Pennsylvania having Kamala Harris win 52% to 47%. Hold up. And they said that was a glitch, that was a test run. Those numbers had to be punched in by somebody. They were so precise. It's not that easy. So I'm telling you, what they tell you is one thing, and what actually happens is totally different.
What?
Ohio just lit up pink.
Ohio is going to go red. I went through Ohio on Saturday, and I saw in the entire
You
state.
killed a chicken hawk too, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
No, it's in Indiana.
But I went through Ohio. I went through Dayton. I went through the northern part of Ohio up into Muncie, Indiana, and the entire time I saw how many signs for Harrison Walls?
I'd say
One.
One. I was
One
gonna say
sign in
none.
Ohio.
Thank you, Mike Stacy. Thank you, David Benton. And Jessica says, drain the swamp. And then Daniel Ferguson says, tax-free overtime wages.
Well, I can give you more.
You know, that's big. What was it? Tax on tip? No tax on
tips.
And overtime. And then there was something else.
Unrealized capital gains, which is property tax.
Right.
No property tax. You're going
That
to
would be awesome.
Hold up. You're not going to pay a whole lot of taxes because prior to 1913, the United States was one of the most prosperous countries in the world, and we relied solely on tariffs. In 1913, with the creation of the Federal Reserve, comes the institution of the federal tax system. I'm telling you, folks, there's no reason for us to pay an enormous amount of tax simply because we can generate enough money and funds through tariffs on foreign goods. Donald Trump basically told Mexico this week that he would put tariffs on them so stiff if they did not stop with the drug problem coming across the border. You know what? They can't bring their goods over here and sell them. They can't sure in the hell afford to make drugs. Am I right?
You're right.
Well, let's just put it the way it is, Mike. The man has a plan. Even though they said they laughed at him in a debate where they asked him his plan, he said, "I have the concepts of a plan." And everybody laughed. That plan is not going to be fully developed because you're not the president right now. But when he becomes the president, he gets his team in place. He gets his people in place. You watch what will happen. He will have a plan in place to reduce the cost for Americans to live. People on fixed incomes are struggling right now, and today is a good result of what is happening. People are sick and tired, fed up with high inflation, grocery bills that are $400 or $500 higher. Gas is down right now because we call that election gas because it's election time. Keep that gas down. We want to return back to 2% interest rates, $1.89 a gallon gas. We can go back to that. And I told you a couple weeks ago on one of your programs, people need to vote with their mouth in mind and their stomach. Grocery bills are killing people. And they're speaking today, right now. Look at that map. They're speaking.
Well, I mean, I know, a local school board election ain't got anything to do with grocery bills, but that speaks what you're talking about today too. When you've got a school board election, which there was two other ones that were unopposed, but when you have a school board election that has three people running for it, and you have just depending on how each person runs their campaign, but you have the one that's just speaking the truth and doing it goes with what you're talking about with the fed up stuff. People's fed up with things, and so you come out and that's what you run on, that's what you believe in, and you find out today that that's what people want, and people vote you in. And like I said earlier, if you don't do what they want, then they're going to kick you in the butt, and then they're going to throw you out.
Let's go back 4 years ago.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, let's go back 4 years ago. They promised in the 2020 election that all the problems in America would be solved. Racial divisions, they promised jobs. The job report came out this past week, Mike, on this administration, and they had talked about like how they were going to create all these jobs report. Private sector jobs, minus 28,000 jobs. In the private factory jobs, minus.
Getting a call right.
Hold on a second. That tells you. Get called to the FBI. Private factory jobs, minus 46,000 jobs. They're not creating jobs. And all the jobs that they are created or did create went to who? They went to the illegals. And people are fed up with that. And you're right about North Carolina. North Carolinians should remember that $750 that they got for the damages of their property sustained with Hurricane Helene.
It's getting tighter down there.
Oh, I'm telling you, he's going to win North Carolina.
It's only 13%. It was 7% a minute ago, and right now, it's a closing in. I mean, there's only, does it say, about 19,000 votes. There ain't a whole lot of votes.
I'm telling you, he's going to win North Carolina.
It's a change in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's still early, which now they had a lot of places shut down.
Give you another report. according to NBC exit polls, Donald Trump is doing 8% better with young voters compared to 2020. 8%
I thought
better.
you said you didn't listen to the news.
I'm just
What are you
throwing
doing?
you facts
Where
out
are you
here.
learning this, getting this stuff from?
Don't worry where I'm getting it from. I'm getting it, baby. I'm getting it.
Oh, you are something else.
Trump is up by 250,000 votes with 48% reported. Dude, it's done in Georgia. Call it now.
Somebody.
Call it now.
Yeah, something just happened.
Call it, baby. Georgia is Trump's.
He just won something. Which one? Well, I don't know.
How about Georgia?
Very well.
Come on, baby. The great state of Georgia. And did you know that they shut down 5 polling stations in Georgia today because of a threat? A threat. Hold up. It seems like every time you talk about Georgia, they have a water main break or a threat or something that shuts something down. Today, they ain't no
Arkansas.
They ain't shutting it down there, baby. It's a landslide.
Arkansas just went for Donald Trump. Georgia is in the favor of Trump right now. Pennsylvania is still early up here. North Dakota, Texas. Like I said, we'll keep an eye on it.
Donald Trump has 54.9% of the votes in Georgia. He's leading 54.9 to 44.5 in Georgia. Call it, baby. Call it now.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you all so much. Like I said, I'm still trying to gather it all in. Like I said, I didn't know if I'd be given a loser speech or a winning speech. And then when it came out that I had won tonight, it's like, oh my goodness, now I don't even know which way to go. Don't know how to start. But, like I said, I'm trying to get over it and try to get to some of your all's private messages and stuff that are coming through that are the congrats and stuff. I mean, we're trying to get on here because I know everybody's, wanting to see what's going on. But right now, I'm just pull you back over here to the map real fast. Matthew said we shouldn't listen to this stuff. He's over there watching NBC. But
hey, I'm just telling you.
Right now, we've got 101 electorals with Trump and 49 Harris. Like I said, we've got a long way to go. I mean, a long, long way to go. But Virginia, which is usually a blue state currently, with 38% carrying for Donald Trump. That's big. North Carolina is...
big ruling in Virginia.
North Carolina is now being decided by 3,000 votes. It's getting closer. So, we're going to keep our eyes on those two.
Supreme Court set a precedent this week in the state of Virginia that Virginia would not be allowed to have non-registered American citizens vote in their election. That all those votes would not count. Therefore, Virginia will go what color? It will go red. Red wave, baby.
I've never seen a red wave. Only time I ever seen a red wave was when I watched the movie Jaws.
That was a red wave of blood.
Oh, man.
Red wave of blood.
Oh, goodness. Let me go over here and see if I got any other private messages. I'm sure I got about 300.
Trump's odds to win the presidency now are at 69%. He will win. Then his odds get to 70. You watch and see what happens to Trump. He's winning it.
Let me get back over here. People's texting me, telling me they're charging their phones. I'm getting pictures from a news channel.
News channel?
I'm getting pictures from a news channel where my name's running across the bottom of the screen. I don't know what channel it is. I want some. All right, Kyle. So he called me about an hour before I went down to the clerk's office, and I asked him myself. I said, "Are you drunk or are you high?" And Kyle says he wants some of whatever you're on. So everybody else is thinking you're
Who?
Kyle Sexton. He said he wants whatever you're on. I don't know if you're drunk or you're high. I mean, hell, whatever's in that Mountain Dew bottle, son.
But I'm on the Trump train, baby.
That must be a
different.
That must be a different. That must be a different Mountain Dew that you've got in there.
Listen, I tried to tell people on this show for months. People were sick and tired of it. I tried to tell them, And America's speaking right now.
Thank
And
you
like
so much, Uncle Dale. Thank you so much.
you
I'm
can't.
not, making y'all proud in Ohio. Now, Ohio need to make us proud. And where are we at here? 41% reporting. Ohio's currently with Trump, so keep it going, Ohio. We got any questions over there?
No.
No.
Everybody's just congratulating you.
All right, guys. So while you all
Mama said congratulations, Muffin.
while you all are congratulating me, how many of you think that Matthew should run for? What should you run for? What did you get voted for today? Yeah, the soil conservation or something. They said there was a right. Now I don't know how many write-ins there were, but every time it got to the soil conservation part when they was announcing it, they said there's like 15 write-ins. So I don't know if all 15 of them were you or not, but
Well,
I don't know. Whatever it is, yes. Jess, you want some of it too? I tell you what I'm drinking. Coke Zero.
who said that?
Jessica said yes, whatever it is, yes.
34% reported in the state of Ohio. Trump is up roughly 75,000 votes.
Kansas just lit up purple. I guess those are what? Those would be what, the next central time zone or something. So they're an hour or so behind, but they're kicking off early there. What'd you say, Ohio?
34%.
Let me refresh
reported.
this.
34%.
This here says 41%.
Well, that was 34. That's what they showed. That may be
We're
more
not going to argue about it between your NBC and whatever the frick
That
this
is not NBC.
Between NBC and
Not
whatever
NBC.
this is, but
Not NBC. Sorry, it just reported something about NBC that.
okay.
That
Jess,
Trump was
whatever Matthew's running for, what do we got coming up in 2 years or next year? State Senate, House of Representative,
no.
dog catcher,
No,
cat catcher, bear catcher. I mean,
no, not running for nothing right now.
Larry Jividen says, Coach Perry, will Pennsylvania go red?
Yay!
Right now,
I think
it's still
Pennsylvania.
9% reporting, but now Pennsylvania is one of the states that had like 10 machines shut down today and was big lines and
And
stuff.
then they had one.
They've
poll
been closed since 6 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken.
They
6,
had
7
one poll in
o'clock.
place that the tabulators and the machines were wrong. They had them in the wrong spot, so they had to bring in new tabulators and new voting machines. And I'm thinking, how do you get that wrong? How do you get that wrong?
Jess, too out of hand, Jess. Whatever he's drinking, you must be drinking some of it too. But seeing a lot of purple starting to light up on the map. Let me pull the map up here so everybody can see what I'm talking about. I think I'm being an idiot.
It's early. That's Central Standard Time. They're an hour behind us.
Oh yeah, I mean you're looking at another hour to 2 hours out here in western part of the country.
It'll be interesting.
Let's see. Let me put that up here, Johnny Smith. The kids in the school needed you. Yes, sir. Thank you, Johnny. Like I said, I've got 2 months to prepare for it now. I wasn't sure. Campaigned on it for. Let me get over here. I'm talking to you and ain't even on here. I campaigned on it the last 4 or 5 months. Of things I was going to do, and now that you've actually become the elected, your school board elect at this point, and you got. Well, I don't even guess it's 2 months. Well, it'll be about 2 months before I actually get to sit on the first board meeting. So it's about 2 meetings away, and then. Now you get to start preparing for what you're going to do and what the next steps are. And, like I said, I'll be at the meeting, I guess. What does it be next week's meeting? That sound right? Next week? Maybe week after. Whatever the next, I'll have it posted.
Third Tuesday.
On the third Tuesday. And, still encourage everybody to continue to show up. The last board meeting, we had a pretty good turnout. For the Herdman Field stuff. But, I do, that is one thing I did campaign on is I, would like to see everybody continue to show up. let your voices be heard. I mean, that just goes to show you. Tonight goes to show you, when your voices are heard and how things will work out. Just,
What's she, bud?
oh, she's trying to get us in trouble.
What's she say? What's she trying to get you in trouble for?
Well, she ain't gonna get me in trouble. I think she's talking about you.
What's she trying to get me in trouble for? What's she telling me?
Right there.
School board in my district. They wouldn't want me on that school board.
Well, the worst part is if you run for school board in your district in 2 years, I have to sit there with you for 2 years.
Well,
So I don't know if I can handle. I don't know if I can sit here and there with you. I don't know about that. But
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I've got a job to do. I'm got a job to do, man. I've got a job to do.
well, you need to quit listening to NBC.
I'm not listening to NBC.
I don't even know what this even is.
No,
I just found I found one that wasn't like one of the CNNs or the Fox News, whatever. It says interactive something. So whatever this even is, I put this up here so I wouldn't be on like.
Associated Press.
That's what this might be. Yeah, the AP. That's what it is. Okay. North Carolina is now purple. North Carolina is now purple. Donald Trump has now taken the lead, 52.6% to 46.5%.
What state?
With 20% reporting Donald Trump.
In North Carolina?
In North Carolina. Pennsylvania is still starting to gain a little bit, but it's not moving a whole lot, so they must still be, hell, he might still be having people vote up there. I don't know.
As of 8:36 p.m. tonight, the Republicans have a 97% chance to control the Senate. Yeah, baby. As of 8:36. Holy smokes. How about a clean sweep?
Let's pull this map up here, guys, so you'll be able to see where we're at here. Illinois. Well, hang on. My bad, guys. Illinois has been called, and it went to Harris. Illinois, which is not surprising. It usually
does.
Illinois, it's not surprising. I mean, there's only 9% reporting, but Illinois is usually a state that's going to go blue anyway. So, there it is. It's still early yet. Pennsylvania starting to gain a little bit of ground up there. It's moving, but right here, I mean, Georgia, Trump's pulling ahead a little bit in Georgia, 53% of the vote. Virginia is tightening up a little bit. North Carolina, he's starting to pull ahead a little bit. So I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it and see how things are going. Just continue to watch it here. Like I said, I'll put it over here.
So let me ask this question.
That way you guys don't have to look at us.
I'm looking at the results for Morgan County, and like I said, I really don't.
Okay.
I really don't.
Let me pull it back up here.
Okay, and I really don't understand, and maybe somebody can make headwater of this. Okay, the Soil and Water Conservation District supervisors, the 3 candidates that were listed won, and then there's a write-in that won. He got 11 votes as a write-in. So was there 4 people?
Yeah, they did.
4, but there's only 3
they did tell us. They did tell us over there that there was a write-in candidate who had registered to run as a write-in.
According to this, the gentleman's name is Mark Luke. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what they said.
I don't know him.
Yeah, that's they did say that at the clerk's office. They did say that at the clerk's office that there was a write-in candidate. And, that goes along with what I was telling you a minute ago. They was talking about write-ins when they would bring that soil conservation up. But they couldn't give the results of that just yet because it wasn't official. I guess the write-ins are a little bit different.
It's showing this gentleman got 11 votes.
So
2 mail-in.
Yeah, I don't
5
know.
On election day.
That always did surprise me, that soil conservation stuff, because I think there can be 3 of them, ain't there?
3 or
4 of them.
Vote for 4, but there were only 3 candidates on the ballot.
So that's why. Okay, so I mean, you can have 3 or 4 on there, but you can vote for all 3 of them, and if they only get a vote each, they're still going to win. So that's why I said I never could really understand, how that worked. But
if there's 4 running, why don't they just give?
Yeah, if there's only 4 running, it's like I don't even know why they have to be elected at that point. I don't know. We'll get back over here to the interactive map here. That way you don't have to look at our beautiful tops of our heads. Let's see here.
Matthew, I think they're going to wait on Georgia.
It was about this time the last time that the Georgia had a water main break. Was about 9 or 10 o'clock that night, and they shut it down. And the next morning, it was totally different.
Virginia has went pink.
Virginia has.
Mm-hmm.
It's still purple on the map over here, but let me refresh, see what it says.
Well, they haven't. They just Trump's leading it.
Yeah, it's very, very close. Like really, really close there. North Carolina, he's doing pretty good over there. Georgia, 55% of the vote in Georgia.
We've went quiet. We've went dead silent. See what else we got here.
Yeah,
Donald Trump is
find
up.
anything you want to talk about?
Donald Trump is up by roughly 300,000 votes at 54% in Texas.
In Texas. Let me refresh it here and see if we can get an
It's claiming
update.
she got 3 million votes in Texas. No.
52%? Is that what you said?
54%.
54. All right, so this one hasn't updated yet, but
54%. He's got 3,323,515 votes. To her 3 million votes. I can see her getting 3 million votes.
New York ain't even expected their results until after 9 o'clock. What I would think is happening in Pennsylvania, too.
The hits just keep okay.
I put that on there. But, what you got over there, D?
Give you a statistic here. Donald Trump has more than doubled his support among African American males in Georgia from 2020. He was 11% in 2020. He's now at 25%, according to surveys that are on Fox News.
See, he's over here watching Fox News now.
Well, man, I'm all over the map tonight.
He's over here watching Fox now. We might as well just turn Fox on over here.
CNN is reporting that the Harris-Walz campaign is worried about North Carolina and the state of Georgia. What I tell you, both of them are going to go red.
Kentucky voters have decided on Amendment 2. As of currently, it is projected that Amendment 2 will fail. Amendment 2 will now not pass in the state of Kentucky, which would do taxpayer money, and fund private and charter schools. So that's a live update from WKYT Lexington.
Thank you a lot, baby.
So so that will fail.
Do they have a vote count on that, Michael?
I didn't see it.
You don't? Do you want me to read what I just got?
Well, let me guess. You went to CNN and
no.
Here, I'll even put you on the camera so you can read it to everybody else.
Just in, sources inside the Harris campaign say it's in shambles. They are reportedly conceding the election in privacy. Trump will win. Am I wrong or right?
Let me guess. You got that from BBC or something.
Hey, I'm just telling you what I just saw.
Wherever you're getting
that. You're looking at that map. What's that map look like?
There's a lot of red on there, ain't there?
A deep sea of red. A deep sea of red. I mean, uh-oh. Just reported. I'm hearing from a trusted source that the Harris campaign is making arrangements for a concession speech later tonight.
You all seen him this excited. He hasn't been this excited since. I don't think you've ever been this excited.
I'm throwing a celebration here at the store.
What the hell? I won. Don't get nothing. I got a pop, I
If
guess.
Trump wins,
I got a pop and a $10 box of cookies
if
over
Trump
there.
wins, Mike's going to go streaking down West Liberty.
Right through the middle of the fresh blacktop. So
that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be.
I tell you what, that stuff's
I
slick.
like to never got up
That
here.
stuff's slick.
Well,
When I went to turn in right here into this parking lot, the car started sliding.
Yes, it did.
That stuff was slick.
You talked about Pennsylvania. Cambria County polling hours have been extended to 10 p.m.
Well, that explains
okay. Laughing Borough polling hours have been extended to 9:30 p.m. Here's what I would tell you to do: stay in line and what?
And vote.
And vote.
Yeah, that explains why Pennsylvania is so low on the totem pole.
As of right now, Trump has a 71% chance of winning the election with the latest updates.
Well, that explains why Pennsylvania is so low right now with the reporting. Is they're still voting? Well, I mean, like I said, there was a bunch of machines earlier, that were.
And here's the thing. As we've stated on this program, if the election is fair, square, no voter fraud, you can't complain no matter what happens.
No.
You just take what you take your losses.
If it's fair and square and everything goes through.
But here I am going to look at you and tell you this, Mike. Anybody that commits voter fraud in this country deserves to face the maximum penalty they can get because you are jeopardizing the democracy that we are. And I am going to look at you and tell you that in 2020, there was so much fraud.
63% now coming in Florida. Or, I'm sorry, Georgia.
There was so much in 2020, but Americans were not allowed to say anything because they were censored. Am I correct by that?
Yeah.
Hold up.
I probably still have strikes on my YouTube.
Okay. I can tell you now, you're not going to get censored, and I can tell you why. Because of Elon Musk. You will not get censored now. You will not. It's right out in front of you, and people being told to take their phones into the booth, report any irregularities, and do not allow it to happen.
And like I said, for those of you that are just joining us that haven't heard yet, Morgan County, the wet dry vote has passed. Morgan County medical cannabis passed. 1 District 4 school board. Thank you so much for your vote. Amendment 1. I don't even know what you would say. I mean, they don't really pass, do they? We'll just say Amendment 1, I guess, passed here, but it's a statewide thing, so I haven't heard anything about it. Amendment 2 failed here, and I just got a report a minute ago that Amendment 2 would fail statewide.
I'm going to say something about Amendment 1. Amendment 1.
It's common sense.
It is common, but the way it was written,
right.
It was so the wording that they used kind of got you a little bit. Should there be an amendment in place for a revision to an amendment in place to allow non-American citizens to vote in elections?
Amendment 1 is actually coming in right now. It is projected that Amendment 1 will pass the state of Kentucky. So there you go. Like we were just reporting on it, Amendment 1 will pass. So it did get enough votes that it will pass. So Amendment 1 will pass. Amendment 2 will not. So there we stand on the amendments right now. Matthew Perry received 6,425 votes for dog catcher. You won. You get to catch dogs. Or whatever the dog catcher even is.
I do not want to be the dog catcher.
You could spay or neuter animals, I guess.
No, I don't want to do that either.
I don't know. I mean, we have to get Matthew on something. We have to figure him out.
I'm good.
You know, I think he would make a good U.S. representative. It is reported in the month of November, well, actually, which is where we're at right now, that Mitch McConnell has now stepped down from Senate Minority Leader. So we're going to need a replacement. You think you're all right with that?
No, I kind of have an idea who I think that'll be.
Is he in the state? Has he ran before?
No, he's not ran before.
He's not ran before? Okay.
No, but okay, if he were to step down, the governor has the ability to appoint someone.
And I think, now that you said that, the governor would possibly be the pick himself. Is that where your mind was going?
My mind was thinking that Andy Beshear would appoint himself to the United States Senate to fulfill that term of.
Well,
me and
Andy are big buddies.
I'm not saying he will, but
Andy are
it sounds like.
But I mean, you know,
I know y'all dress alike, you look alike, you talk alike.
Well, tonight I'm kind of a slum version.
But it wouldn't surprise me.
I had to take this off. I was burning up.
You know, there was talk that he.
Daniel Ferguson said the mayor of Crockett.
Mayor of Crockett.
No, that'd be a pretty. I mean, you're already that.
Do I get a stipend?
Yeah.
How much?
Well, the mayor of West Liberty gets what, about $500 a month. So the mayor of Crockett has to get about $750.
Hey, you know the mayor's paying for that Corvette on his mayor's side.
Hey, I'm all for $750.
Hell, $750. I would have run for mayor of Candle City in that one.
We'll see.
Looks like Maine. Let me get over here to the map. Looks like Maine early on has, with 1% voting, Donald Trump's up by about 400 votes there. That's still early. Virginia is still neck and neck. North Carolina is 26%. Trump's up a little bit. Let's see where Georgia is. Georgia is at 64%. Trump's holding Georgia pretty strong. And then he's actually starting to pull away a little bit in Texas. So, Wanda says, well, hello, peeps. This might be the quietest Wanda you're ever going to see us. Teresa Irvin Callahan, congratulations. Thank you so much. And for you all that don't know, that don't watch us on the live, that is the Callahan duo. So I'm going to say thank you to the Callahan duo. So.
Let me give you one, Mike. Let me give you one. This is kind of ironic.
Teresa Stacy, Barbie Maynard, thank you so much. If I'm missing anybody here, I'm trying not to miss anybody.
The state of Florida enacted ballot security measures after 2020, and it turned from 50-50 to absurdly blood red. Election security caused that state to turn blood red. No ands, if, buts. Last couple of years, Florida was in question to the very end. That thing turned early.
Yeah, it was probably the second. I think Florida was probably the second state this time. It's got 30 electorals. That's one of the bigger ones. And I think there was Kentucky and then Florida, or maybe it was Kentucky, West Virginia, then Florida. But it was one of the first ones. What time is it? So New York,
9 o'clock.
New York should be a closing.
There's several. Iowa, a whole bunch of them that's not closing until 9. Even some of Kansas is.
Something's going on.
This is kind of weird. Listen to this. The AP has called Maryland for Kamala, but their own numbers show Trump has more votes at 1% reporting.
With 1% reporting, Donald Trump has 12,506 votes. Kamala, however how the heck you say it, has 6,500, and Kamala Harris has been declared the victor.
There ain't no way.
Right here. Am I on the screen here? Right here you
There's
go.
no way.
Right there it is, the state of Maryland.
I just reported it. There's
Yeah,
no
that's
way.
what I'm saying.
He's
So
got more votes.
he's
than
up
she does.
6,000 votes, and well, it just changed. So now he's up 13,000 to 7,000, and yet she was declared the victor.
There's no way.
AP is actually showing him with 62.6% with 15,464 votes, and Kamala with 8,515 votes.
So how is that?
You tell me.
How is that? I mean, I'm
New
showing him
Mexico
at
just put up
63.8, 12,506 votes, and she's got 65.59.
Well, look here, it's updating. It's updating while I've got it on here, so it's 13,320 to 73,80. I mean, they're even seeing it. Right here, they're seeing it
And live?
live right there. I mean, you're seeing.
There's
the
no
count.
way. There's no way.
So I mean,
There's no way.
AP is showing Trump 120 electorals and 99 Harris.
Trump wins Texas. Called. Pal, way to go, big boy. Texas just called.
I don't know that yet.
well, I mean, because I don't watch NBC,
Hey.
so I'm over here watching the AP because I try not to be.
Though, the AP just updated 120 to 99.
What is that on? Oh, the
You just have to.
Well, no, I mean, if when Texas drops, what is that? What is Texas? 40. So when Texas drops, that it's going to be a big boost for Trump.
What happened to my daggone? Yeah, they haven't called.
Let me give you one.
Wait, we just got 3. Hang on. North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Wyoming, all declared for Donald Trump.
Okay, let me give you one. Sources report that Philadelphia turnout for Democrats was nowhere near what it was expected and around half of what was received in 2020. Could Philadelphia be red tonight?
That would be big.
That race is getting closer with 16% up there in Pennsylvania. I mean, it's still pretty marginal, but you were saying that it's going to be about 10 p.m. before some people get a vote up there, right? So Pennsylvania is going to be a late night. It's only at 19. No, I'm sorry. It's only at 16% reporting right now. So it's going to be a long night in Pennsylvania.
Always is.
We are pushing the 9 o'clock hour. What time? California results expected at 11 p.m. So, I mean, we've got a long way to go with some of these. But now I think
Trump wins Kansas.
Wanda
North
Davis,
Dakota, South Dakota,
Matthew
Wyoming.
wants to know.
Is Kansas called?
Not yet.
Kansas goes for Trump. Called. I'm calling it.
Kansas on here is going blue.
I'm calling it.
But what are the chances that Kamala will concede tonight? It's not been on Telegram that they are planning, or it's been on there, but are they planning to?
What'd I tell you?
You said she was already in the process.
15 minutes ago.
I say she concedes tonight. Donald Trump just won the great state of Ohio. Ohio.
Where's he getting all this from?
O-H-I-O.
Where is he getting all this?
He's ahead.
You better believe my sources are way ahead of yours.
Here's where mine is. Trump wins Kentucky.
Good job.
Which was only about 3 hours ago. But
let's see what comes in. Kansas and Ohio are next. And we're going to get to hear what? Ring the bell.
Ring it, baby. I'm going to go over to Matthew's favorite, Fox News. And it's got Trump up a hell of a lot bigger than what this does.
AP doesn't call it until although they do have Maryland called, and I don't know how.
Yeah. I mean, I'm literally looking. It's got Trump 178 to 113, which is what Mammy said here in the comments, with Donald Trump being called for Kansas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Florida, Texas.
Some of those states have reported that it'd be a week before they had the results.
What is up with Missouri going blue?
It ain't went blue yet.
It's blue right now. I mean,
Right now,
it's
Central
not-
Time. What? Give the man time to win, Deborah.
I mean,
Gosh,
she didn't even.
she has no. It's
Well,
a,
how's Colorado?
she makes my blood boil. She has no faith.
Kansas just went back.
Well, here I'll tell you. This is how big tonight is.
Trust the plan.
Fox News has it 178 to 113. I switched over to your favorite, CNN. CNN's got Trump up 154 to 27. CNN.
So that would mean that Texas has went, Kansas has went, and Ohio has went.
Right here it is.
Did I not just say that?
Texas has went. It ain't showed on
He
here.
just
yet.
pulled ahead in the state of Virginia. Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, it's got Trump up 154 to 27 over here on CNN, Matthew's favorite network.
That ain't my favorite network.
The hell, it's what you're watching over there now.
How did you know?
That's his source.
That is not my source.
Yeah, well, that's his source. All right, I'm gonna get him a shirt. Bring it over here. Let's go over to the map. See where we're at here. Oh, we got. Hang on. Where's the bell? New York has been called for Kamala Harris. Big shocker there. But I don't understand that either, because they said there was record turnout today in New York that was going the other way. But whatever. Heck with it. Let them have it. They always win it anyway. 66% in Georgia, North Carolina's just went up to 40%. Virginia.
I've got 178 to 113.
Yeah, that's what Mammy
Is that
said
reporting?
it is right now.
Where's that 113 coming from?
I don't know, because on the AP it's
got Colorado.
It's 120 to 99.
Illinois.
And when I went over to CNN, it was like
some of those other states are.
It was awful. It didn't even have it anywhere close to what it actually is.
It is showing them up in the Senate and the House, though.
That's big. That kind of means that's where the other area is going to head off to.
So the House is 49 to 75.
So what are you
right
trying
now.
to say?
Senate's 35-46. You know what? AP doesn't update it like CNN and Fox does, though.
Need to switch.
Hey, none of these. All these are different. This one that I've got on the computer here that I'm showing on the screen now is different than what Mammy's watching. The one that she's watching is different than CNN. So it's like every one of them's different, and that's how it was 4 years ago. Like you could switch back between 4 or 5 channels, and they'd all be different.
This is what's irritating is Georgia has 66% of votes in. It's 52.6%, 46%.
Yeah, but some of these other ones only got 2% in, and they've already called the races.
They still won't call it.
I would say Georgia's about to get called any minute with 66%.
How do they call a race with 1% of the voting?
Well, what was it? What was it? Maryland?
Yeah,
let's go check Maryland out.
Maryland still
right now, Donald Trump leads 17,402 to 10,252, and she's declared the winner.
I don't understand.
And he's ahead by 7,000 votes. 7,000. And she's been awarded 10 electoral votes in a place that she's not winning. I don't understand that.
Wow. Do you want me to read this? Over 17, get it out. Over 17 counties in California are in total blackout, causing over 21,000 residents and polling stations to lose all power.
That California, you said?
California.
Yeah, does that shock you?
No, it don't shock me. Nothing shocked me. Nothing
Look
shocks
at this guy.
me.
I thought I had you over here. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
This is the state of Maryland, where she's declared the winner currently, and Trump is leading by 7,000 votes.
Can I borrow your charger?
Yeah.
Because if I don't, I'm going to die, and I will not be able to give you those accurate. That's not the same kind of charger I got.
That's not the same one? Well, I tell you what. Which one do you got?
iPad.
Here, I'll tell you what I'll do. You can use my iPad for a little bit and get a little bit of juice right here. This had 100%.
I don't want you to lose nothing.
We start losing anything, I'll take old CNN over there.
I just don't want us to.
Put it up.
Fall behind.
I got a question for you.
Michael, AP just updated 137 to 99.
What? Oh. The great state of Ohio, right there, has now been declared for Donald J. Trump. Only 15 minutes after the source of NBC Nightly News over there
You're welcome.
declared. Wait, hang on. We got the great state of Louisiana down here. The Bayou down in the Louisiana declared Donald J. Trump, which is another one of those weird ones like we're talking about but at least in this one, 2% reporting Trump's up by 22,000. But he's winning.
Maryland.
But still Maryland, he's winning and she's been declared the winner. So I don't quite understand that whatsoever.
Virginia, they called Virginia. Several mainstream media outlets called the Virginia race for Kamala, while Donald Trump is still in the lead. 49.2%.
Johnny said it's the new age math up there in Maryland. Let's take a look and see if it's updated. Look at this. It's 18,000 to 10,000 and something. Right there, you can see
Donald Trump has a 73% chance of winning the great state of Georgia. 73%.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked that Georgia hasn't. I'm shocked that Georgia hasn't been called
yet. I
don't
know why they have 68% of the vote
in. North Carolina, he's pulling ahead in North Carolina.
I've just been reported. I'll report it. Donald Trump is ahead 4% in the state of Arizona.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're saying all the results over there won't be in until 10. So, I'd say they're coming in, but
196 to 107. Is that what you got?
No.
196 to 107 is what I'm reporting.
No, we've got 137 to 99.
I've got 196 to 107.
Let me go see.
I've got the great state of North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Wyoming, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Ohio, and Indiana, as well as one electoral vote in
Texas
Maine.
Just went red. He just got it. 177 to 99.
I said 196 to 107. Will you trust me?
What are you watching over there? Because I don't have nothing.
Quit watching that crap.
I'm on the AP.
Honey, you got to update it.
I did update. If she yells one more time, I'm taking that vote away.
You got to update it.
So, Trump is gaining ground in the state of Virginia. 49%, 49.2% to 49.1%. Trump is approximately ahead 3,000 votes. He's going to win Virginia. He's going to win Virginia.
Damn it. What about what I thought?
What?
That's where I thought your source was.
What? My guy.
Yeah.
He is.
The old boy.
He is in the know.
Up.
How about it, baby?
The great state of Texas. Down there in the Lone Star State, the home of the cowboy. Wait. Oh, hell, that. They ain't the home of the Texans. Or no, I don't know, man. Texas A&M if you're a college fan, or a Texas Longhorn if you're a college fan down there. But Texas has been declared for Donald Trump, so where are we at on the update?
And the hits just keep on coming. Do you want me to report
You guys got to see. You got to see the excitement on this.
Do you want me to report what I just got, or do you want me to keep it secret?
Let's see what you just got, or let's hear what you just got.
The police, 30 minutes ago, stopped a truck carrying approximately 10,000 ballots, all for Harris near Philadelphia. They were all burned.
No surprise.
Real Raw News just reported that. 30 minutes ago, the police stopped a truck carrying approximately 10,000 ballots, all for Harris near Philadelphia. They were burned, every one of them. You're not going to cheat this year, folks. The ballots are watermarked. All the ballots are watermarked.
Josh Hampton, yes, Morgan County did elect to go wet. think it was by it went over
Oh,
by
little over
1,000, little over 1,000 votes. It went over. It's like what was it, 3,000, like 3,080 to like 2,030 or something like that. Yeah, it was a little over 1,000 votes. Medical cannabis passed. Um, my God, what is going on over
My
there?
guy's dropping.
I gotta go see what's happening in Maryland, guys. I want you all to see this still. She has been declared the victor, even though she's only got 36.5% of the vote to Trump's 60.6% of the vote. I just don't. I don't know.
I'm going to say she's going to lose the state of Pennsylvania right now.
Maybe somewhere.
What time is it? 9:16. She loses Pennsylvania, and I'm going to tell you why. Demographically, she's way behind with what Joe Biden was in 2020. Therefore, she's probably going to lose the state of Pennsylvania.
Well, I'm gonna put it this way: if she loses the state of Pennsylvania and the state of Georgia, let me get over here. It's over, baby. So, if not, blame it on Matthew.
Don't blame it on me. I'm just reporting.
Blame it on Nixie.
Just blame it on these people that are, everything I've said so far. Every time I've told you one, it's come up. It's been right.
Boy, he's fired up.
Who's fired up?
You.
I'm not fired up. I'm just telling you facts.
Everybody's wired tonight. Hell, this is our best viewership we've had in months.
What are we at? I can't tell me.
31.
Oh.
I mean, hell, we normally can't get a viewership like that, and we're doing pretty good tonight.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the next update. Come on, baby. Bring me some good news.
113 to 195 is what Mammy's reporting. What just happened? Something other just changed. So this thing hasn't updated to go along with everybody else's stuff right now. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Yeah, I think he had a little bit of spiked. Something spiked in that
Mike.
Mountain Dew. I don't know what the hell he had in there.
I did not. You know better. You know I'm a good guy. You know I'm a good guy. All I know is something big about to happen. And it may not be the election. What's coming, Mike?
Would it be a certain case?
Could be. I'm waiting.
Is that what you're thinking? Is that what you're thinking?
But that Trump card.
The Trump card. The hint. What it was? No. The secret.
Secret.
The little secret. That's what it is. That's what I was trying to think
of. Jacob Thomas put on Facebook, no matter what happens tonight, please leave the toilet paper aisle alone. There's a shortage of toilet paper again.
Should have already got it, probably.
We'll go over and check our old buddies at CNN and see what they're up to. Well, Lord, it's now saying
Donald Trump shows a 1.3% increase or improvement in DeKalb County, Georgia, over his 2020 performance. 1.3% increase.
CNN hasn't even called Ohio yet for Donald Trump, so I think that's why their numbers. I'm going to go see what Matthews.
My sources confirm that Trump is going to win the state of Georgia, that it will be named for him. Time is it? 9:19. Georgia goes Trump.
I don't want to watch no. Did you hear me? Loud. Yep.
Trump gets Georgia.
The devil went down to Georgia. You know that, right?
He's looking for a soul steal. He was in a bind. He was way behind. He was looking to make a deal. You're right. Trump wins Georgia. The path to 270 is in motion. We shall see.
I'll try to see if I can bring this up here. I'm going to save this and try to bring it up on the screen. Shoot. Yes, because I see a lot of people talking about this.
What's that?
This wet dry thing. So I'm going to save it over here, and I'm going to bring it up on this, so people will be able to see the Morgan County results on that. I'm gonna put that on the screen. Johnny says Maryland is hoping someone flushes too much toilet paper to cause a water leak. Yeah, obviously. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, at least in some of these other states. Let's see, which one was it?
It was Louisiana.
Like right there.
You said Louisiana.
South Dakota. 2% reporting, but Trump's up with 70.5% of the vote. So I understand. You could call that. But when you come over here to Maryland and he's up by 8,000, almost 8,000 votes, and yet you declared her, I don't quite understand that. I don't. Somewhere along the way, something ain't making no sense to old boy here. And maybe it's just not supposed to. I don't know. Maybe it's just not supposed to. I don't know. Trying to get this on here for you guys real quick so you'll be able to see the medical cannabis and the wet dry vote. Try to keep everybody informed. That's why we're doing election coverage here tonight. Matthews are bringing his sources, and I'm trying to keep it going for you.
Every time I've reported something, it's been right.
I want you to listen, boys. I got him fired
up. Yet you keep questioning. I'm surprised right. Deborah hasn't
here you go, guys.
Question me either.
So here you go, guys. So medical cannabis vote. This is for Morgan County, guys. This is the Morgan County votes. Medical cannabis vote is on top there, and then the Morgan County question is the bottom one there. So the wet dry vote is the bottom, and the top one is
do 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 do. Do you want me to new information?
Let's see what you got. Here, I'll even put you on the screen. I just wanted to put this up here so the Morgan County.
I think Deborah's going to like this. Go ahead and put me up there. At the end of the night, Donald Trump will have 74.8% of the vote, and Kamala Harris will have 20%, 26% of the vote.
That renews my faith in the American people if that is the case.
Donald Trump will win Idaho. Won't you look on that map over there? It ain't called yet. Idaho.
Yeah, Montana. It's saying on here that ain't going to do anything until 11 o'clock.
Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Utah, Arizona, Nevada. You can also call Wisconsin, Pennsylvania.
I'm going to pull this up real fast. Make the round for it.
Who?
Wow. A voting site in Center County election office in Pennsylvania evacuated after disruptors storm a polling station in Pennsylvania. North Carolina is about to be called for Donald Trump. Are you looking at it?
Yeah, it's showing him 50.6%.
North Carolina is about to be called for Donald Trump.
50% of the votes are in.
That's a state that was kind of in question.
I can't believe they haven't called Georgia yet.
Huh?
Georgia is surprising that they haven't called it yet.
Well, be patient. Be patient. You know, you are.
74% of the vote.
You're not patient, Grasshopper.
Matthew.
Be patient. I keep telling these people to be patient. They won't listen to me. Patience.
Patience ran out 3 years ago. Well, now, by golly, I opened that back door up. It's getting chilly in here, isn't it?
I think it feels good in here.
You think it does?
I do. I think it feels great in here. If North Carolina falls, that's a state that I want to say the last 2020 election was kind of in question right till the very end.
Do you know that no president had won since John F. Kennedy without Ohio until 2020 with Joe Biden? Says something to
Is Matthew okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Mike. I'm good.
He's quiet
So
over there.
I just told her that North Carolina, my sources confirmed that North Carolina is about to be called for Donald Trump.
Okay, just making sure.
I just
I had to call my daughter. She wanted to call and congratulate me, so
I wanted
I
you
needed to take a pee break.
I wanted you to know that North Carolina is about to be called.
Okay, that's awesome.
So
Ted Cruz won. Mammy said Ted Cruz won. What is he? He's
Texas.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen anything here recently.
Well, I could probably.
But the Senate.
Probably could go up here and click Senate right here. Right now, 46-35. Oh, here, I'll even put it on here.
Wow.
Right now, it's 46-35 is what it's showing in favor of the GOP. Let's see.
And with your Senate, only 1/3 of your senators run 2024. You'll have another 1/3 in 2026 and another third in 2028. That way, 2/3 of
Here's
the
your
body
House.
Look at that, 85.
House of Representatives is going GOP currently.
And those gentlemen and ladies run every 2 years. House does.
Uh-oh.
So,
zooming the wrong way here. I don't know. Do we have governor's races anywhere?
I think they just.
West Virginia, Indiana, Vermont,
wow,
and North Dakota had governor's races, but I didn't know anything about that. I'm gonna come over here and wait and see if Matthew's sources happen to continue to be right.
Did I not call Texas? Did I not call Ohio? Did I not call Kansas? Hey, called Kansas yet.
You never even called the District 4 school board. But so did your sources tell you that?
No, they did not tell me local politics.
But like I said, guys, if you're just joining us here, I mean, you may or may not be. Here is the Morgan. I know a lot of questions have come through with the medical cannabis vote and the wet dry vote for Morgan County. So here they are. I got them on the screen here for you now.
The Senate has gained 1+ seats so far for Republicans. So here you go. Republicans have a 53% chance to keep the House. 53% chance.
And they've got control of the House now, right?
Yeah.
It's the Senate that's divided, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, this could be the most boring show you guys have ever
That's
watched.
all right.
But
Hey,
I mean,
it's not boring.
we're having fun. I mean, we're cutting up, having fun. Wanda said she just saw that North Carolina's going for Trump. So let's go over here to North Carolina and see where we're at here. And 52% North Carolina. Georgia's at 74%. It's hard for me to believe Georgia still hasn't been called. I mean, we've got some of these other states right now that have, 2 and 3% reporting, and they've been called, and this one's at 74. I mean, you got enough juice?
Yeah, I got enough juice now.
Like I said, you can keep use it longer.
I'm at 43.
And just grab it if you need it. I mean, this thing's.
I appreciate it.
I want you to listen, was. Oh, here we go. Now the state of Maryland. Kamala Harris almost 1 million votes to Donald Trump's 7,000. So now the state of Maryland's starting to look a little bit more realistic. You know, she's up big over in the state of Maryland right now. I mean, I was getting ready to start causing a little stir there. But that's not really what's the word I'm looking for? Surprising.
Yeah.
That's not really surprising. You know, usually, are we still on here? Yeah. So a lot of these northeastern states right through here, Maryland, New Jersey, Rhode Island, New York, you know, a lot of these through here, Massachusetts, they usually go blue. And, you know, like I said, Illinois here is not really a surprise. That's usually a blue state. I think Colorado is usually blue.
It is.
So, I mean, it's currently a little bit, like I said, you know, it's basically the layout right now. Like I said, the western part of the country here still got a little while to go before they start calling. But the way things are looking down here in the south and the southeast right now, you know, I think is exactly how everybody thought it was going to look.
I've got
And
an
then this
update.
north part up here.
Update.
Got an update coming in
Trump
over here.
has the update I have. Trump has 260 electoral votes to 95. 60 more to go.
200 what?
210.
210.
What do you got him at?
This thing here has only got him at 178, but I mean, it's been behind.
I got him at 210.
It's been behind all evening, so I mean, a person can go over and check a few of these other ones, but I mean, it's.
What you got him at?
A guy that I know here in Adam Moorhead actually is showing that Newsmax, which he's watching Newsmax right now, is showing Donald Trump as just 60 electoral votes away from winning the presidency, which is what you just reported, and that's Newsmax. So
I think I just reported that.
I want you to listen, boys.
I want to tell you, I'm just 2 steps ahead of you, baby. 2 steps ahead.
Well, you must have a faster phone. You got one of them old Tesla phones from Elon or something other, because
we're buds.
You know,
We'll
got something other running a little bit fast. CNN hasn't updated in 25, 30 minutes. It's still the same as it was a while ago, so I ain't even going to fool with them anymore. Let's go over and see what
Trump
our
is going to win by 70%.
Our buddies over at Fox has him winning right now 195 to 117. What is this? Well, this ain't even up to Fox News.
$5 they say voter fraud.
So, I mean, what's some of the other news networks?
ABC, NBC,
let's go see what ABC's up to. Let's go see what ABC's up to. That damn thing don't have nothing on it. It ain't even been updated. So ABC don't know what they're up to. MS, NBC. That's Matthew's favorite one. Let's go over and see what they're up to. I mean, a lot of these don't even have. They're saying that the state of Georgia, this one does, is too close to call. I mean, that's why I said it's just hard for me to watch this garbage on here on these, because they're just so backwards on everything. Mammy's saying 195, 117 with what she's watching.
Well, everything that I've reported has been what?
I'm going to come back over here.
I'm saying 210.
Everything that he's saying has become correct. I'm saying it right now so people can see me looking into the camera and saying, he's been right, guys.
I'm saying
now 60. You can look and tell.
I'm saying 60 away. 60. Oh.
Hey, this might be the quietest she's ever been. This might be
taking it all in. Watching Matthew's predictions.
Larry's got an interesting question here.
Ask.
What if Trump gets enough electoral votes before they get to California and some more?
He's the winner.
Can she still win?
No.
I think once whoever
270 is the magic number.
Once ever you hit 270, I don't think both of them can hit 270. There's
269, 269.
Yeah.
It could be 269, 269. If it were to go 269, 269,
it would need one.
It goes to the 12th Amendment, and the 12th Amendment says that the House of Representatives get to decide it. Each state only gets one vote. So if you
Right.
have 8 electoral votes from the state of Kentucky, you only get one vote. But hold up, it's the House of Representatives in the state of Kentucky that would vote it. And the law says, the Constitution says they must vote along party lines. So if Kentucky State of Representatives or House of Representatives is Republican, they would have to cast a vote for Republican.
Okay.
So if it's 269 goes the 12th Amendment. It goes to the House of Representatives. Each state only gets one vote, and they must vote along party lines. And right now, I want to say there's 27 House of Representatives in the United States that are Republican majorities. Therefore, Trump would
win because
if it went to that,
even because there's 50 states.
Yeah.
And 27 would be over.
Yeah.
Even
get you the magic
there.
number. 26
So,
is your magic number.
So there you go, Larry. If he can get enough electorals, even if he can get enough electorals before California is called, it don't matter if California
270 is enough.
You could give California to her.
Yeah.
But right now, let's get over here to the map. Right now, you saying she's got what? What has been declared? Has Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia called on yours?
I'm saying 260. He's got 260 electoral votes.
260?
No, yeah, 260. No, I'm sorry, 100. I'm sorry,
210.
210. He's 60 away.
Because I'm going to say, Georgia should be calling any second, which I believe Wanda said.
North Carolina and Virginia.
And North Carolina and Virginia. So there's
Kansas.
13.
Kansas.
16.
Kansas.
16. So,
Kansas.
Hell, that's almost all of it right there. Kansas is still neck and neck, which, New Mexico looks to be off to a good start. It's only got
So
5.
what might happen is some of these states may not even decide their totals, and the election may already be what?
May already be called. I mean, you're starting to notice they're starting to shade in a little bit here, though. I mean, you're getting to more of that mountain area out here.
Montana will go red. Idaho will go red. Utah will go red. I think Nevada will go red. Arizona will go red. I think Wisconsin will go red. Michigan, that's up in the air, and the reason being is the voter rolls are in question in the state of Michigan simply because they have 500,000 more people on the voter rolls than they do registered voters. That in itself tells you what.
Yeah.
Something wrong there.
Yeah, it didn't make no sense there. Where are we at?
But they're going to clean it up after the election.
Yeah.
After the election.
I'm shocked that Georgia's still up here right now. 76%. 59 for North Carolina, 57 for Virginia. I don't know. I'm still a little shocked at all of this. Trying to figure out.
I am going to report this.
Hang on, let me bring you up here so you'll be able to report it.
The New York Times looks like they're about to give up on Kamala and Walz.
What?
New York Times.
You got to do what you got to do, I guess.
Latest Senate update results: 45 Republicans have been elected to 36 Democrats.
Why did you say that was?
45 to 36. That's a majority. That's a +1 seats for Republicans. Well, you got 46.
Got 46-36, but that's
pretty
close.
I've got 45-36.
That's pretty close. That's about where you're at. House of Representatives 96-68, so it's starting to go, man. We can get, and if that House and Senate both go.
I got House is 149 Republicans to 103 Democrats. What you got?
Yeah, it ain't updated that much, but I mean there's a lot of these right here that haven't.
That's
been
three additional.
Yet.
That's 3 new seats for the House of Representatives on the Republican side. 3 new, +3. So maybe it does pay dividends in some states to ride the coattails of somebody else. Am I right?
Wanda said, probably should have kept Biden in. At least he got more votes than she has.
81 million votes in the history of the United States.
Where's she currently?
Hold up. And the sad thing is,
she's currently at 29.8.
And the sad part is, Wanda, he got 81 million votes, more votes than any man in history. This past week, he called all Trump supporters garbage. And he needs to be reminded that his party threw him away like a piece of trash.
Right.
Garbage.
Yeah, that was his party that just come in and said, "Hey, old man," boom, and replaced him with what we're seeing here tonight. And what did we got there?
Pennsylvania getting close with 30% reporting. What you got? 30% reported.
30% reporting, and it's starting to tighten up. Earlier it was whatever. It's starting to get closer up there now.
You know, a lot of people took offense to that, Mike. That Joe Biden called the supporters of MAGA garbage.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know,
know.
I say this in this great country of America, just because you're garbage doesn't mean you can't do great things. They call it garbage can, not garbage cannot.
And that doesn't mean just because you're garbage that you can't go vote either.
Right.
You know, here you go. Yeah, I got an empty pop bottle right here. That's considered garbage. You know, but that didn't mean I didn't get to stay home today and not have to vote. It's been a slow evening, guys. We're hanging in there with you. Like I said, we're trying to keep this map going here. We're just waiting for the next results. Trump head and popular vote too.
You want to know what my source just
What's
said?
your source is saying? That's what we're hoping for. Let's go over to Morgan County here, guys, on the wet dry vote and the medical cannabis. And I'll go over here in the next.
38% reported in with approximately 210,000 lead. Kamala Harris is projected winner of Colorado.
Well, I mean that's expected. You know, that's expected. I mean,
She's projected to win Colorado. In most elections, Colorado does go Democratic. The last couple they have.
I wore my Trump shirt to vote. I was waiting to get thrown out. Let's see, Wanda.
North Carolina's just been called for Donald Trump.
This guy's having too much fun, man.
Donald just won North Carolina. $270, baby. That's the number.
I'll get over here to the map because Matthew's saying it's getting ready to drop at any second. I'm trying to get these Morgan County results back up because I'm going to pull them up over here, and that way everybody can start to see some of the Morgan County stuff. Besides the cannabis. Well, one thing, I'm still burning the heck up.
That map's going to change, baby.
Should be about to update any second now.
Yeah. I want Carolina. Every time I've said something, what's happened, Mike?
If it doesn't happen, then they're going to be all over you. You know,
Who is?
the people watching's going to be.
They
all
don't need to worry, because I promise you, I'm right. I'm 100% right.
I need to ask the question though, real fast. Let me get on here.
What's that say? Hannity what?
I need to ask the question, guys. I know, my election was decided hours ago, and I was declared the winner. But are the streets of Candle City on fire? I mean, are people burning their couches up there? I mean, is their cars being turned over, or is anything happening after this victory up that way? I mean, I haven't had any reports of anything happening in that direction, so I just figured I would ask. I usually if someone wins an election, they go out and they celebrate, or they go out and whatever, go back home, celebrate whatever. My biggest thing was I gotta get to the store. Matthew's there. I gotta get to Matthew. We gotta go live, So it's like. And then I come in here and try to eat a slice of pizza real fast and, hammer down. Let's see here. Waiting for Matthew's vote to come in. Oh, heck.
Patience, Mike. Starting to sound like Deborah.
Don't even scald me that way, man.
Would they throw you out if you had a Trump shirt on?
Well, I don't know about the state of Kentucky, but now I saw it in some other states. People with Trump hats on were going in and they were being attacked. And they was having to throw their hats off. It's kind of funny. I'll try to find it here in a minute. But there was an older woman that went in another state to vote. She had a Trump shirt on, and they told her she had to take her Trump shirt off. She took her shirt off, an older woman did, and voted in her bra. So, I thought that was pretty awesome. I thought that.
Well, I mean, that ought to be your constitutional right to wear whatever you want in there.
I mean,
you're not awesome. Just because you're wearing it doesn't mean you're voicing your political. Well, I guess some people could say, well, you're voicing your political voice. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot of friggin' updates over here. It's not moved in a while.
Just be patient.
So, well, I'm still trying to get the rest of these Morgan County results for everybody. So I'll pull up those two while you see. Earlier I was able to find the whole list of Morgan County, and now I can't seem to find it.
Huh.
Sounds about right. Should have just got all the pictures and stuff off of it. Larry said, "Seen a bunch of drunks and dope heads headed up the walking the roads." So at least they ain't burning anything. What the hell? There's something going off. I can only imagine what we've got over here.
First time in the history of the United States since 1876 that a Republican won Alson County in Georgia. Alson, Alson County in Georgia. First time in history.
Oh, man. I am roasting in here.
What's that right there?
Oh, that's the medical cannabis and the wet dry vote. I mean, I'm still working on getting these saved in my phone.
So is that the total number of votes that
Yeah.
Morgan County cast today?
Yeah, that's the Morgan County.
5,100.
There was actually more people voted for the wet dry than there was the cannabis by about 100 votes.
How many registered voters are there in the entire county of Morgan County?
I don't really know, honestly.
I mean, is that a voter turnout that's high or low?
Well, there was 1,000, right at 1,000 voters in District 4 today for school board. So I mean, that could be pretty close to voters.
You would think
I always thought there was more than that. I mean, I thought there would be more registered voters than that myself.
I mean, I always thought there was about 13 or 14,000
I
people.
Seemed like the last time I looked,
it's a big county.
Yeah, last time I remember looking it up.
But now you're talking about registered voters. That's what you're looking at.
That's what I was thinking it was too.
Sources confirming.
Oh.
Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Arizona have all been called for Trump. Media not yet reporting it.
Say South Carolina?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say this one here's showing him.
Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Arizona have been called for Trump. Media not reporting it yet. That would probably put him about 270. Am I right?
If I'm thinking correctly, yeah.
Okay. How many? Okay. Let's go over them. Pennsylvania. What is that?
Let me do it, see if I can update it. Maybe it'll be a little different. But Pennsylvania right now is 1.2 to 1.1, 51.3. I don't understand how that's
What's the number of electoral?
35%, 19,
Okay, there's
19 electoral.
19. Okay. Georgia's what?
Georgia is 16. North
Hold
Carolina.
So 19 and 16, that puts you at 35 votes. 35. Okay. What about Wisconsin?
Wisconsin. Wisconsin has 10.
So that puts you at 45. What about Arizona?
I don't know. See if it'll let me look. It says 11.
Put you at 50, 56. 56, and he's, what did I tell you, 70 away. And if he gets
I'll have
those
to
other
go off
ones,
here. I've
he's
messed
winning.
this whole damn thing up. I clicked on the state of Arizona and I can't get off of it. There we go.
He wins Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Georgia, Wisconsin, Montana, Idaho, and I'm going to say Utah. Donald Trump is your projected president of the United States. And that's a landslide, Mike. Landslide. California, not even reported.
You know, this could possibly be the first time in history that me and you sit in here by ourselves and done a live with nobody around.
Slow to come in, ain't they?
Yeah.
We're getting those western United States, Midwestern states that in central states. You'd think Georgia and North Carolina and Virginia would already be called because, polls close there at what time? 6, unless there's
Yeah,
lines.
6
I can
o'clock.
understand Pennsylvania having long lines because they've had some difficult irregularities at some of their polling places. So the others you would think would be able to call it. Uh-oh.
Something's happening over there.
With an estimated 48% reporting, Trump leads 52.4% to 45.7% in Sauk County, Wisconsin, a county Biden won 1.7% by 1.7% in 2020. Sauk County, Wisconsin has turned Republican. And the hits just keep on coming, baby. What is it? She has been officially projected the winner.
Okay, I'll come back and get that one in a minute. I'm trying to get these Morgan County results pulled up here for people to see all of them. Are you still with us? I mean, there's nobody here.
What?
I think it's just me, you, and the wind at this point. So
They've all abandoned us.
we've been left in the dark, even though it's not dark. I guess.
Well, you just
So I'm gonna switch you guys over here to Morgan County. Here you go, guys, for everybody wondering about how Morgan County has turned out.
if you would.
So there's how the presidential election fared here in Morgan
Let's see
County.
what was the totals in Morgan County?
Trump 43-53 to Harris 939. Robert F. Kennedy with 54. Jill Stein with 18. Chase Oliver with 6. And I ain't even going to try to pronounce that, with 1. Over here, you got Hal Rogers unopposed, Richard White unopposed, Constitutional Amendment 1, as you've already seen. Oh, no, you haven't. Here's the Amendment 1. And remember, this is for Morgan County. Amendment 1 actually has been approved in Kentucky, and Amendment 2 actually failed here and, has failed the state. Brandon Addison, these are unopposed. Soil conservation. And there was a write-in, you said, right?
Yeah.
There was a write-in here that, come in on these. City Council of West Liberty. The top, I think is it the top 7? Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it's the top 6. Hell, I don't know. Ever how many it is, 6 or 7, ever how many they are, win that. Klinger unopposed. James Lane unopposed. Here's the election that yours truly up here took a part of. There's the results. Tried to get them to work here, but well, they're not going to work. But there's the results there, and then here's your medical cannabis and stuff that you've already seen. So, I just wanted to share that with everybody. Try to get back over here. Getting reports that North Carolina has been called, but as we've seen all night with the AP here, they're taking their sweet time with everything.
Trump is now within 30,000 votes in Pennsylvania.
Well, uh-oh. Yeah, it's getting tight there, isn't it?
Still can't understand how they've not called Georgia. Trump has 52.5% of the vote with 2,205,526 total votes to 46.9% with 1.968 million for Kamala Harris. Georgia 79%.
That's what I'm saying. I can't believe Georgia's still hanging around. In all honesty, I
guess you got Atlanta and Augusta that have not yet reported, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to make a difference. I'd go ahead and give Trump Georgia. I'll give him North Carolina. I'm going to give him Virginia. I'm going to give him Pennsylvania. We're well on our way to 270. And it's all over but to what? Crying, Mike.
I'm not gonna cry.
No, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry either.
I ain't gonna do no crying. I just can't figure out why this darn thing ain't updating no more.
Well, you don't have the right sources.
Don't have the right sources, obviously. Don't have nothing.
You would just get with the program.
I mean, even Fox News is ahead of this thing, and Fox News is as crooked as all of them. Fox has 105, 117, or I'm sorry, 205 to 117 in favor of Trump, which is what, Mammy put in the comments there. I bet CNN still got it at 154. No, they've actually got Trump at 172.
Trump wins Montana and Utah. Called.
Right here, guys, the state of Utah and the state of Montana just came in with 0% reporting.
Did I just report that before that?
Right
bell
there
rang?
it is.
The bell rang.
The bell rings. Matthew's on a roll here. Lord, CNN's behind everything. It's even behind the AP and Fox and all of them.
Oh my God.
I don't doubt that a bit. Pennsylvania has officially turned purple, guys, as you see right here on the map. Donald Trump has now taken the lead in Pennsylvania. Oregon right now is purple for Trump. Arizona, purple for Trump. But those are just now hold your horses over there. The one that's mysteriously come back to join us tonight.
I'm still here. This is slow.
Well, I told you it's going to be a long night. I mean, if you need to leave, you can go home. Me and Matthew probably be laying down here. I'm getting ready to go over here and put my flipping shorts back on that I had on earlier because I'm burning up. She's probably laying over under the cover.
Just remember the 5th of November. It's absolutely crazy that they have not called Georgia and North Carolina.
I cannot. Are we still on here? I cannot believe that. 80% reporting in Georgia, 66 in North Carolina, 61 in Virginia. Pennsylvania is now at 43. But that's a neck and neck race still there. But I mean, for the first time tonight, it has actually turned to purple. And actually, it just went back blue. She just pulled back ahead in Pennsylvania. While I was saying that, she pulled back ahead in the state of Pennsylvania. So that's a back and forth race up there.
Well, according to what I see, what I have, Trump is within 10,000 votes in Pennsylvania. Within 10,000.
Well, this right here is showing
44%.
This is showing 10,000 exactly. If I'm looking at that, maybe not even that.
44% reported.
Maybe 1,000 votes. So it's a neck and neck.
My question is, what happens? Could he win the election? Could he win the election tonight without some of those states actually doing it? Yes.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. I mean, the way things are going.
So what's his number right now?
Right now on the AP,
260 plus Montana and Utah. What are they? What are their electoral votes?
Montana is 4, and Utah is 6.
So he's 50 away from winning the presidency, based on what Newsmax reported in those two states.
Pennsylvania is about. Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna. I look for Pennsylvania to do that the rest of the evening. Yeah, it's gonna go back and forth the rest of the evening. I mean, it's like right there. I mean, it's. But then like 1,000 votes or something apart from each other right now.
Trump is going to get 287 electoral votes with a 72% chance of winning.
Where the hell are you at?
New York Times is reporting that.
I'm legit laying here.
You know me and Matthew are boring when our people are laying in the floor. I tell you what, Matthew, while we're not on the camera, I'm going right over here and change into my shorts. So.
I had that door open, but it was getting cold.
Getting cold.
Yeah.
I'm about to burn up.
So you've got Oregon that's partially red.
Oregon usually
Arizona,
don't go
New
red.
Mexico, Kansas, Iowa. There was a little bit of question about the state of Iowa, whether Donald Trump could pull Iowa or not.
All right.
So I'm going to say that the projection New York Times gave of 287, he's going to get about 320 electoral votes. Between 320 and 340 is what he's going to win.
Let's go up here real fast and see how the Senate's looking. It's like it's 47-36 Senate. Well, you have to have 50 for the majority. Is that correct? With the Senate?
Yeah, 50.
So they're 47-36.
Actually, roughly 51%.
And
but
House is 118.
But
to
you got a
82,
50.
So it's getting a little
thing
closer
with
there. But
what we had in the Senate previously is you had 50-50. 50 blue, 50 red. But the vice president is the
decider.
Decider of the vote if there's a tiebreaker. Only if there's a tiebreaker with the vice president vote.
And I think she's been that a few times, if I'm not mistaken, already. Over in Newsmax, Donald Trump is sitting at 220, Harris at 108.
That means that according
Hell,
to
I'm going to go to Newsmax.
So
it's better than this damn thing.
So what did I tell you he lacked? I said he lacked 40 votes, right? 220 to 2. What is it?
Well, right now,
50 votes. 50. I said 50 votes.
Actually, Newsmax has North Carolina projected where this thing don't. But if he can win Georgia, okay, with the 220 he's got, Georgia is 16 and Pennsylvania is 19. That's 30. Hell, that puts him almost there.
He hasn't. According to Poly Market, gives Donald Trump an 88% chance of winning the presidency tonight.
Donald Trump now currently leads 226 to 108. I took everybody else's advice and switched over here real fast to see what Newsmax was up to. They've got him at 226 to 108. CNN, they've been off all friggin' night. I don't know what the heck's going on with them. I just like going through and looking at some of these other.
With 79% reported, Donald Trump has a 52.5% to a 46.9% lead in Georgia. Still not called. The man is 7 percentage points ahead of her, with 79% reported, and they haven't called that state. Weird, Mike. Weird.
But I've waited for this all night. So we have B. Flans, who has now said dump Trump over here in the comments. I'll bring it up. It's actually over from YouTube.
Where are they from?
I have no idea. But it's on YouTube. Looks like it's coming from YouTube. So dump Trump. So the way things are looking right now, the only thing being dumped is the trash that was already
garbage.
The garbage or trash that was already sitting in Washington, D.C. I mean, Colorado, like I said, that's always, I don't know if we called that or not, but Colorado's already been called for. But, I mean, that's Illinois, Colorado, those are usually.
That doesn't kind of sound like an American name.
No, I don't know what the hell that is.
Doesn't sound American at all. Kind of sounds German.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
You know what I say? Here's what I say about Trump. I say this. I say, let the world fit their own bill. We're tired of paying for you. Let America prosper. Tariffs will pay for us. We will be economically one of the strongest countries in the world. Pay your own debts. We're not paying for you no more. You're going to pay it yourself. Trump is now leading Pennsylvania by 50,000 votes, with 47% reported.
Oh, he brought in a report, so we got to switch back over so you can see him.
50,000 vote lead with 47% reported. Pennsylvania.
Great state of Pennsylvania. Donald Trump is starting to climb a little bit. 49. What did you say the percentage was?
I've got 47%.
It says 49, so I mean
he's up 50,000 votes.
Right. Are we about? Well, we're not on over there right now, but this right here's been a shocker to me.
What?
This Oregon, which I mean, it's still with 1%.
It's early.
I mean,
it's
still
it normally goes.
those areas out there are literally just now closing. So,
well, I mean,
but that's actually kind of shocking. There, I'm actually excited to see what California is going to do. But I mean, Arizona is off to an early start. It's pretty neck and neck though. But I mean, it's New Mexico. Georgia, though, at 81%, still holding strong.
I'm still not calling it. It don't make no sense.
No, it don't. It don't make a lick of sense. Not a lick of sense. Like I said, everybody that's watching us still currently, these are the Kentucky results. I don't know if this is going to change over here.
Let me give you some breaking news.
Break it.
Here we go, baby. I reported earlier about Centre County, Pennsylvania. The Republican National Committee just forced Centre County, Pennsylvania officials to keep counting ballots throughout the night after they planned to stop counting. They will not be able to. Not be able to stop counting the votes tonight.
So they're not going to stop.
They're not going to stop. Donald Trump just won the state of Iowa.
We'll have to jump back over there.
Projected winner, Iowa.
Morgan County, guys, had a 60.86% voter turnout today.
60 what?
60.86. It says there's 8,927 registered voters and 5,433 voted. So,
wow,
Morgan County turned out today. I thought there was more registered.
I did too.
Than that, but
that. Well, normally kind of weird. I thought there was more registered voters than that too. That map's turning red, Mike.
It's getting a lot more red on it, ain't it?
A lot more red.
Dark purple here. There's the state of Iowa that you were just mentioning. Started off strong. Arizona is now turning a shade of blue with 48%. Now, see, that's the kind of thing there. I could see Arizona would actually flip and go ahead and award her the friggin' thing out here. But yet he's been beating Georgia since the beginning. Don't make a lot of sense to me there, but guess we'll just have to wait and see.
New York Times forecast now shows Georgia likely to fall in the hands of Trump. So, I mean, I don't know what's
taking so long.
It's either it is or it isn't. I mean, you got 81% reported.
I mean, there's no. I mean, it looks like this might be a Fox News report that I'm getting here sent to me.
And
Pennsylvania is too soon to call. I don't know, with Trump 50.5 and her with 48.6. I mean, I get they're not wanting to call that one too early, but right now, Newsmax, which I've seen a lot of people's use tonight, has Trump at 226, Harris 108. Like I said, CNN's holding strong, but they have Trump at 178, Harris at 91. Our beloved Fox News is Trump 205, Harris 117.
Trump is
And then this thing is 198 to 109. So
Trump is outperforming his vote total in Pennsylvania based on the same data collection timestamp in 2020 by 40%. 40% better results in the state of Pennsylvania 4 years later.
does anybody else think that Matthew's happy tonight?
I am happy.
Or is it just me? We ain't having no fun right now, guys. So we're gonna have some fun. So I think it's time to have fun. Where's Deborah at?
She's probably over there asleep.
Deborah. Hey. She has left the building. All right, guys. Well, anyway, here you go. We'll have a little bit of fun right now. So the projected winner for president is Kamala Harris. She is now the president of Ukraine. So
she has successfully beaten Vladimir Zelensky.
She has beaten Vladimir Zelensky tonight to become the president of Ukraine. So, like I said, we're trying to liven it up in here a little bit. So I saw that when I was searching through something a minute ago.
I had this on my notes, Mike,
and I figured we'd bring it up. And
that you're talking about Ukraine. The United States is sending another $425 million in military assistance to Ukraine.
It's just
once again, we just keep sending money, and we got people here struggling, and we just keep sending this money all over the place.
Now, Nikki, mother of mine, you know better than this. She wants to see Harris do this. But so, I don't know. I want to see Matthew do that. And now that I have a chance to think about that, I'm actually going to be able to say we didn't get to do our Halloween episode. We didn't get to do our Halloween Havoc episode, so we didn't get to dress up for Halloween. So we're going to have to do something special for everybody for Thanksgiving or the Christmas episode. But right now, I'm going to go check on the actual other member of the staff here because they have actually just went
kaput.
Yeah. Where'd you go? Okay, we're just trying to find you. Well, he's asking for some election results to be confirmed, and you're nowhere to be seen. That's funny.
I just don't know how you don't call that Georgia race.
No, I don't. That Georgia race is, it's been going the whole time. I don't see
how you don't call it.
Here's some crazy news. Fannie Willis, the district attorney of Fulton County, Georgia, the prosecutor who brought charges against Donald Trump over efforts to overturn the 2020 election, has won her bid for re-election.
Wow.
So that's crazy.
Carrie Lake, running for state senator in the state of Arizona, is down approximately 169,000 votes. 49% of the vote has reported. Is that what you got?
What is it again?
Carrie Lake. She's running for senator in the state of Arizona. She's according to this 54.3% to the incumbent, the Democrat Ruben Gallego.
Yeah, right here it's showing that
44% for Carrie Lake.
Yeah, that she's Ruben, Gallego or whatever is currently up on her right now down there in Arizona. Actually, kind of confused here because I was just reading over on X where Kamala Harris has been declared the winner of Virginia, and this is showing Trump in the lead in Virginia. So I don't know what exactly that was. What you got going on over there?
New York Times gives Donald Trump 91% chance to win tonight. 91% chance to win tonight. It says Trump is favored to win the popular vote as well, Mike.
Lauren Boebert won her re-election bid. What did you say, Matthew?
Trump is projected to get the win the popular vote as well, the overall popular vote. A lot of times, what happens is if you don't win you're going to have a lot of questions about the election simply because the candidate doesn't win the popular vote. Well, you can't really say anything if you get the majority of the popular vote, the majority of the 270, you set the precedent. You can't argue about any of that.
Looks like Virginia has now turned blue. Not completely blue, but a lighter shade of blue. She has come back to take a short lead. But like I said just seconds ago, I saw online where she had actually they had actually declared her the victor in Georgia. So I don't understand. New Mexico and Arizona now have her in the lead out there. Larry says, how the hell ain't they calling, why the hell are they not calling Georgia, Virginia, North Carolina? They done for 3 hours. They're waiting on California to get over Larry says they're waiting on California to get her up to the 270. Actually, Georgia, Arizona, New Mexico have now changed from the shade of purple to blue.
What has?
Virginia, Arizona, and New Mexico. Virginia has been purple for an hour or so now. It's close. I mean, it's not a big major lead right now, but I'm like everybody else. I mean, Georgia has got 88% of the vote being reported. Huh?
They still haven't
And North Carolina has 75% of the vote, and both of them are still there. So it's like I can't understand what we're waiting on. I don't know what we're waiting on at this point. Here's the some of the Morgan County, some of the questions that was on the ballot. The wet dry vote on the bottom, and the medical cannabis on top. Both of them passed. Larry says, just watch. She will go over the 270 first.
Trump was 56% of the vote in Wisconsin with over 95% reporting.
In Wisconsin?
Wisconsin
is, well, let's go over to the map.
56% reported. 56% of the vote with 95% reported.
Trump is up right now in Wisconsin. Yeah. Wisconsin, Pennsylvania is now Trump. North Carolina, Georgia, Kansas, Iowa, Minnesota, they are all purple. Georgia's just, I don't know, Georgia's been the one that's kind of threw me off all evening because, it's been that color since we went on the air. I mean, I believe it was that color before, as soon as the polls started closing down there. So, I mean, it's been like that all evening. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can click on the state of Georgia here and it'll bring us down here and see what are we waiting on. What is that? There's a county there.
Probably Atlanta.
A county there. Atlanta's already in. Looks like it's already, the area around Atlanta's already went blue. Athens,
So
Augusta,
what is the county?
Macon, Savannah. But there's a county just to the, looks like right here, just to the north of Macon, and then 2 counties down here. But they don't have no major cities listed in them, so I don't understand. And they won't let me when I click on it here. They don't let me. So I don't know what exactly is going on with that thing. Oh man. I don't know. I mean, it's just like everything's stalled. Debbie Howard Cantrell says Trump just won Georgia.
Debbie who?
Debbie Howard Cantrell, just there in the comments there, said that Trump has won the state of Georgia. And it's what it's showing here on here too. Trump at 242. And this is obviously not what's on there. Trump at 242, Harris 108. What is she on here? Yeah, I don't know. What's it not showing here?
How many is, and what is Georgia? 16, you said?
Yeah. Just waiting for it to drop on here, which it's showing on Newsmax that he won Georgia, and it's actually showing that he's won North Carolina as well.
I tried to tell you that
on there, but
question me. Deborah over there.
Well, Deborah ain't even been here.
She's called me.
Like she's over there celebrating, like with the Harris campaign or something. I don't know what the heck she's up to over there. She ain't even with us tonight for some reason or another. I don't know what the heck's going on.
We can't call some of these states. It makes me nervous.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm getting texts and stuff sent to me. Something, what I just got was, something shady's going on because, we went from being able to update. You're able to call, I guess, let me pull it up here. You're able to call a race
with 1%.
With 1%, 2% of the vote.
But you're not able to call.
And when you go down to Georgia, that's got 88% of the vote, cast, we can't call it. Or you got North Carolina at 75%, Kansas is 61%, Arizona's at 49%, Pennsylvania
How about Wisconsin?
55, Wisconsin 50% now reporting. So I mean, they can't make a determination at this point about who's going to win these. But I don't know. Let's see. You get one that'll pop up here in a minute that'll have like 2% of the vote in, and they'll declare a winner. And it's just, I mean, it just don't make a lot of sense. I ain't surfing on that thing.
That's Wave.
I would like to see it, but I'm not surfing on it. Well, hello. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? I mean, it ain't even updated in a while. That's what I'm saying. I can't. The only updates that I've seen is like, some of them will shift from blue to purple, and they'll start to change colors a little bit, but I'm not seeing anything. Let's just go to North Carolina. Are we on the map here? Let's see what's happening in North Carolina. Raleigh, obviously, Greensboro, Charlotte, Fayetteville. They all went blue, but it's like, what are we waiting on? They're waiting on an area right here around between Greensboro and Raleigh, and then looks like there's something right out here. That's actually surprising to me.
What's
right
that?
there. That actually shocks me right there.
Gastonia?
Right on the western North Carolina, Tennessee border, like right around the area where that flooding happened, went blue. That's actually surprising to me. I mean, that about as shocking as I've seen all night right there, because, I don't know how you can slap the people in the face basically with giving them $750 and their homes are washed miles down a river somewhere and ain't even there.
Getting reports that Philadelphia and Detroit have a large contingency of police enforcement there. Why? If you remember in 2020, there was a lot of fishy things that went on in Detroit. So the reports I'm getting are heavy law enforcement is there to make sure that everything is done with integrity. Every vote is going to be counted that is legitimate.
I mean, Brandy's saying that Newsmax has it at 242 to 108. So, I mean, that's got it down to less than 30 votes.
Donald Trump has won Georgia with a nearly 90% of the vote cast, nearly 170,000 lead. Just called.
Yeah, I mean, I can't figure the state of Georgia out here. I mean, this thing's been behind all day, though. I just.
47% reporting Wisconsin, Donald Trump has 771,370 votes, and Kamala Harris has 765,425 for a 50 to 49% lead. Donald is 1% up on her in Wisconsin.
Guys, if you could only see what I'm seeing. Coach Perry is actually wiping his eyes. He is wore out. Is he going to tap out on us?
No, I'm good.
Is he going to tap on us before we possibly have a winner on what could be the longest show we've had in history? But when me and Matt started doing these shows many, many years ago, it was right after the 2020 election. Like, it had just happened. Like, I think we did our first show like the 1st of February, and the swearing in and stuff was on the 20th of January. So it's like a week and a half removed from that 2020 election is when we started this. So this is the first time we've actually got to sit through an election. And, you've heard us talking a lot over the last 3.5 years close to 4 years now. You've heard us talking a whole lot about elections and then what's going to happen with this election, how this election's coming up, all this stuff. And, here we are. And, we're on election night. I've already started ripping clothes off at this point, Haven't even got to celebrate yet. Did get a $10 bag of pretzels or whatever earlier, but that was a long time ago.
Elon Musk is officially calling it game, set, match.
The state of Michigan, with 23% reporting, is in favor of Donald Trump currently. Milwaukee having to recount votes. Something happened. Milwaukee is in what, Wisconsin? Is there school tomorrow?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's going to be an early morning rise.
Why?
Because it's bedtime, and we got a long way to go. Hell, if they would just close some of these states that's been on here,
it's
forever.
Weird. It's weird that all these stations are reporting different numbers.
Every one of them.
How is
like when we go to this map right here, which you could see. I can zoom up here, and you can see this has been pretty much the same. Hers might have went up a few, but Trump's has been the same at 198 for a long, long time now. But like when we go to this map here, I'll go over and I'll look at Fox News, CNN, Newsmax, and
Fox
they're all
has yet to call Georgia or North Carolina.
Well, this one ain't either. But now Newsmax has called both of them. So
I think I called it over an hour ago now.
Yeah. So obviously Newsmax has got the same source that you do. But now, no, honestly, they're not sitting there goofing around either. All these other ones are just sitting here goofing around, waiting to see if it's ever going to get closer, a little bit tighter, something like that. And
Arizona is slowly flipping red.
Should be getting close to the time for them western states. Well, actually, Oregon. If you remember earlier, Oregon actually was starting to turn red, and it ain't even.
Donald Trump has 898,292 votes to 894,022 votes for a 49.7% to a 49.5%.
Matthew, have any pop over here? You want a water, Matthew?
No, I'm good.
I think I'm going to grab me a water or something. Talking too much. You don't have no drink packs?
No. Only just boost right here.
That's all good. I like that stuff.
I gotta get some more wine.
Yeah, it should be. What time is it? Should be getting close to them western states to start dropping.
Iowa called yet?
Iowa, no.
Iowa's just called.
Not on here. Hell, yours will be done for 2 hours before these ever will do anything.
Trump wins Iowa. What?
Something just updated because it's 2:04.
Been 2:04 for 30 minutes.
Mine hadn't updated yet. On AP?
Oh, no. Mine's still showing 198. Hang on. Yeah, mine hasn't updated either, so I don't know what just happened.
I don't know what they just awarded, though.
I don't know either.
I really don't. Utah, maybe?
The state of Utah has been reported. Donald Trump with 0% reporting. Not even a vote has been counted.
And he got what?
And Donald Trump has been declared the victor of Utah. Now, Utah, that's kind of where, even I draw the line, because it's like, I get you think like these states always go this way. So you're like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and award it to somebody, and it's like, who knows if that state's gonna flip or not. They just awarded the state of Utah to Trump, and there's zero reporting, and not 1% of the vote or not one vote has been counted, been reported. So yeah, I mean, to me myself, I don't even agree with that. That's just kind of silly if you ask me. But I guess people just don't care what I think, do they?
Update. Chester County, Pennsylvania government service building was evacuated due to a bomb threat. Voters are being rerouted to nearby polling locations. Apparently, there are bomb threats all across the U.S., specifically in Georgia and Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I remember earlier Georgia was being reported for some earlier.
Breaking. Let's ring the bell. The Republicans have gained control of the United States Senate.
Let's see if this thing will even show. It probably won't. Hell, this thing's about 15 minutes behind on everything. What was it, Senate?
Yep.
Like I said, this thing's about 15 minutes behind. Huh?
What was he at?
You said 204.
He's at 210 now, but I can't figure out what that is.
Donald Trump has been awarded the state of Iowa.
Did I not report that about 10 minutes ago?
That's what I'm saying. Well, Mammy reported it. Let's see, what time did her comment come through? Probably 5-10 minutes ago. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, all the local news stations or whatever people's watching is reporting faster than this damn thing is, and this is supposed to be up to date. Everything. I guess that's what I get for listening to freaking people. So.
I don't know how they have Oregon Rebel enough they don't have it as nothing.
Don't have it at all.
Yeah.
Like it ain't even got a vote counted in it.
Yeah,
That's what I don't understand. It was red, turning red a minute ago. Hell, I'm clicking on it right now. There's not even a county even showing there's even any votes being counted out there. So that don't make no sense. Arizona has flipped back to Trump currently, but it's neck and neck, just a few hundred votes. Mammy is actually at campaign headquarters. She's down there, and I think she's in Atlanta, Georgia right now, getting live results coming in. So. I don't know. I'm just shocked that the state of Georgia, which still says 88%, North Carolina's 84%, Georgia's 72%, Virginia. Virginia has actually started to flip, though. It's been blue now for a little while after it stayed this shade of purple looking for the last little bit. Currently we have Trump at 210 on this one to 112. But I guarantee you that Newsmax will be different.
I agree. You're
right. Basically, the way it sounds here in the comments is the news channels are saying what Joe Biden got 4 years ago is what they continue to say. Trying to compare things to Joe Biden. I mean, Joe Biden didn't get nothing. Joe Biden don't even remember. He didn't even know he was even in the race that night. So they can just go ahead and stop with that stuff. Hell, today Joe Biden actually came out today and said Happy Easter.
I'm going to say that Joe, as well as Jill, cast a vote today for Donald Trump.
Oh, I don't think good.
It's officially over, Mike. Donald Trump is your president. I'm calling it right now at what, 10:45.
Are you hearing this stuff?
Donald Trump is your president. Gotta go to work tomorrow. I love you all. God bless America. God bless America.
Well, I'm going to hang out here for
Hang out, baby.
another minute or two myself, and then I'm going to wrap it up.
We have officially put a nail in it. Yes, it's over. It's all over with crying now, baby. Oh, it's over. See you all.
See you later.
Better go. Don't get stuck in this blacktop out here.
If you guys, let me go up here. Let me pull up here real fast. If you guys remember about, 10 minutes ago, maybe, not even that, he was wiping his eyes, and I'm like, hey, man, he's getting tired. He's about to tap out on me. No, I ain't. I'm fine. He just gets up and leaves. I got to go to bed. So, I figured that was coming. He's wore out, which I ain't too far behind him. It's been a long day. I've been up since about 5 o'clock this morning with a lot of that stuff on my mind, this stuff on my mind. So, like I said, this stuff's still on my mind because, it's still going. But, hopefully in the next little bit, we'll start getting a little bit more results. Is anything else updated? No. I'm just going to hang out here for a few more minutes myself, and then I'm going to call it myself for a night and be done. Yeah, you're right, Wanda. When I first woke up, it's like, am I worried about the presidential election and how things are going to go in this race, or am I worried about my race? And it's like, then my mind switched over. Well, I've got to go, vote and, prepare to see how my race turns. So all day long today, it's been kind of back and forth, between both. And, we, I don't know, I was able to pull it out, and, now we'll move forward with that. I mean, we'll see how things go moving forward. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, Mammy. The last time we was in a situation like this, and all these states were in favor, and everything, all of a sudden they shut everything down and said everybody can go to bed. We're not going to start counting votes again at 8 o'clock in the morning. And you wake up at 6 o'clock the next morning, and Biden had won every state that they wasn't supposed to count in overnight. So, it kind of puts you in a situation, but you kind of hate to have to turn it off because you don't know how things are going to go. But I do have a kid that's got to get up early in the morning, and I usually get up with him, so I'm gonna have to turn in here shortly myself and call it a night. Live tomorrow night?
Yes, live tomorrow.
Okay, so for you guys that do watch the store live, the Outback Bargains live sale, we will be back on tomorrow. So what time?
What time have we been doing?
6:30, which is dark at 6:30 now, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be back on about 6:30 tomorrow evening for that. Then we'll go from there. But yeah, that is odd. I talked to some people. Hang on, Wanda. Let me come over here. I talked to some people today, at the clerk's office this evening when I was over there listening for the results to come in. And I talked to some people that actually live what I would consider the index precinct. And, they were voting over here in town. And it's like, I campaigned at some of those areas, and they were voting in a different they were voting in a different area, and I'm like, it just didn't make no sense. And then people that actually live here now had Crockett, had to go. One of them had to go to Crockett and vote. I thought that was kind of odd, but yeah, I don't understand how any of that goes. But I do think, guys, that I'm going to go ahead and turn in for the night. And we've been on here pushing 3 hours. The map is. Let's see, the map is still about where it's been for the last little bit on this thing. It's not really doing anything different right now. I mean, then of course you turn on different channels, everything's different. There's 90% of the vote reporting right now in the state of Georgia, 85. North Carolina, Virginia has 73, Pennsylvania 63. So I mean, they're pulling it in right now. So, but like I said, I'm going to go ahead and turn in for the night. Matthew's already left me. Um, we'll should maybe in the next little bit have the results of this race. I mean, I think we're just about 9 minutes away from the West Coast states, closing up. So, we'll be able to see how things are going to go out there. And then some of these other key states, should be coming to a close in the next few hours, and we'll have some results there. But I'm going to go ahead and turn in tonight, guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching the election episode. I do appreciate everybody who got out today in Morgan County and voted. I appreciate all the voters who voted for me. Like I said, I'll try to do a live or something tomorrow for everybody, over on the election page. And then tomorrow night at 6:30, we'll be live over on the Outback Bargains page here at the store. And look forward to seeing everybody there. It's been a few weeks since we've been on. Love you too, Mammy. We'll be careful. And good night. And to everybody else, say the same thing. Have a good night. Take care, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night.